buckle in your potatoes? This is a daily! Potato! Yeah. Let's jump right into the vlog this week. November 1955.
November 5th, 1955. Yes, of course, November 5th, 1955.
No, Doc Brown. November 19th, 1955. November 19th, 1955 involves a wrecked car, a broke bridge, yes, a sack of potatoes. Just wait for the story. Let's read the blurb in the page. On Route 27 Highway Department Bridge across Pine Creek at East Titusville collapsed yesterday morning when a floor support was broken by a Packard sedan seen on the roadway. The car was driven by Richard E. Gustafson of Titusville. It first struck the southwest end post, the post on the side of the road towards the billboard. On the far side of the stream, creamed into the roadway and broke up a floor support. The sagging floor pulled down the entire structure. The temporary bridge will be built on the site. Police had no explanation of the sack of potatoes on the front fender of the car. 1955 Titusville Herald. Everything was explained how this guy wrecked and broke the bridge, but there was no explanation of how a big giant potato sack landed on this guy's fender. This is a Packard, people. You could probably take it off the bridge, put a wheel on it, it'd probably still drive. Today's cars, the car would be torn up like a tin can. In the 55 Herald, you can see the billboards up top, and then you can see the car careened right here. The wall in the picture is still over there, but extended, and I don't know when they extended this or it just eroded out, or however they built the new bridge on, if they had to extend it over. But the car sat right there. But the question is, who threw the sack of giant potatoes on top of that Packard? There is a story behind this. I'll let you know coming up. See the billboard over there? Seeing the pic? Brand new 1956 Ford? Now it's the new year, new Honda. Think about that. Time has changed, but down went McGinty. Hold on 1 minute. I gotta show you something. Here, 4 years ago, I did this vlog. And I totally forgot all about it till I think Jesse, my buddy, said something about it when I was talking to him, or I was with him a couple of weeks ago, and I thought, yeah, that was a pretty cool vlog. Ironically, when you guys sent me all them requests, 2 days ago, I got a request to do this video that I did 4 years ago. But I wanted to show you, recap the letter. If you've never seen the original, recap the letter that was sent to me when I originally did this vlog. I will read it, but I'll screenshot it also so you can see it more clearly. In the original letter, it says, "Hi Joe, love your vlogs. I lived in Sunset Heights and on Route 27 west of Titusville in the 1950s. Finally moved west in the 60s. I found your YouTube station while searching for Titusville." I love that, YouTube station. I find that cool. While watching vlog number 11, Pine Creek Bridge, this is 4 years ago, I was amazed to see the photo by Hollow Watch. Hollow Watch was the editor for the Titusville Herald, where I'm standing looking at the bridge is where his dad took this picture on the Titusville Herald. 2 minutes, 14 seconds into the vlog, and then at 4 minutes and 27 minutes, you said, this is where the cameraman from the Herald stood for the bridge picture. The cameraman was my father. He was a cameraman and editor of the Herald in the 1950s. Pretty amazing connection from 1955 to your vlog to my seeing it on YouTube. Crazy, right? Yeah, that's a little bit crazy. The big rocks are not far from our house, and all your vlogs are interesting. Keep it up. Cheers, Gary Hollowatch. How awesome is that? When I first originally did this video 4.5 years ago or so, I thought, man, this is a cool story. I should do this. It got no views. No views at all. And I'm like, man, how could a cool story like that get no views? But YouTube is, well, let's just say, let's use Tractorhead's words. It's a bit fickle sometimes. Sometimes you think you can put something out that's going to be great. It's not. Sometimes you put something out you don't really like, it gets views. That's the crazy game of YouTube. Back to the scene of the crime. Now, according to the paper, the guy that lived in this house on the corner here heard that car going by, and he heard a loud flapping noise, like the tire was ripped apart or something was going on with the tires. And you take it into consideration, this was right before daybreak. And he couldn't see the car. He could just see the headlights, but he heard a loud flapping noise. And at the time, in 1955, this was Allison's service station. I couldn't find any pics of it. If somebody has a picture of that, send it to me in my email. I'd love to see the old service station, which now is, well, it's the Catabus station. Used to be Wolfkills for a long time. This house right here was just waking up to get going in the morning. And they realized their gas was off, and the lady looked out her window and she seen the car laying down on the bridge. She thought it was in the ditch. She didn't realize he took out the whole bridge. And yes, I realized it started snowing. People, we're almost through January. You and me, we can make it. We're getting there. We're getting there. I love reading the old paper because they always ask the people, well, what happened? What did you hear? And in one of the blurbs in the paper, the lady that lives in this house over here where her husband's seen, where he was standing on the porch, she says that bridge is old, it creaks all the time, and she says you can't pass it because it's too narrow. People have scraped fenders, they've wrecked on that bridge because it's just too narrow. So when this guy took this bridge out, it basically, they were forced to put a brand new bridge up because it was just, well, from what the paper says, it was just pure danger. Man, oh man, you know what? I did not realize Cata bought this building. I used to take my car here. When Scott Wolfkill owned this garage, I used to bring my car to here. And if you live in the Titusville area and you know who I'm talking about, Scott was always like, cash is king. He would never take a debit card or credit card. He would always take cash because he hated people paying with the debit card. You know, things that just stick out in your mind. You know, I shouldn't complain. There's been winters where when it started snowing, it just covered everything. You didn't see green grass for 3 months. But, I mean, this winter's been kind of off, kind of on. But I can still safely say, I would love to pull a Leslie Nielsen on this winter season.
I'll take care of this. Calm down. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Don't be one of the phone.
Well, at least it's cleaning my boots. Somewhat. Yeah! Winter, I will have to say, is my least favorite season. But like I said, you give me the encouragement to film through the winter. Think about this. We got roughly 2 months to go because my next video will be the first one of February. You give me the encouragement to film through this winter, and well, I really would appreciate that. Oh, we can do it, people. We can do it. Me and you. We'll get through this stuff. I promise. Be sure to go downstairs and check out merchandise store where I got all my shirts, hats, hoodies, all the cool stuff down there with my logo on it if you want to support me. Yeah. I love old papers. Listen to this. Dog bites back. A taxi cab driver in Oil City got bit by a dog. The owner told police the dog was in pain and he wanted something done before it bit someone else. There are so many children in the neighborhood. The police disposed of the animal. They disposed? That's kind of a cruel way to say something about an animal, ain't it? Ah, that's nuts. This story, 1955 Herald. I got this paper when I was a kid. My mom saved it or my grandma saved it. And it ended up in my filing cabinet. And I remember as a kid getting it and I just stuck it in my stuff. And then when I pulled it out a couple of years ago, I didn't know. I just thought a car wrecked on the bridge. But when I read the stories on what happened, and I don't know, maybe you guys can help me out. McGinty, was that the name of the bridge over Pine Creek? I have a lot of people that watch me that's lived in the area for many years or moved away but lived here at the time when stuff like this happened. Was McGinty the name of the bridge? I have no idea. Yes, the more you know was for you, because I don't know what McGinty is. The bridge? I don't know. But the story is still not solved. I own this piece of paper, so I went to the library looking up archives to see if there's a follow-up story on this. There wasn't. And nobody knows how the potato sack got on top of this car. Now, the guy had a concussion, and his mouth was swelled. So when the guy went home from the hospital, he still couldn't talk about what happened. And when they asked him, he says, I don't know. I don't know. So I went looking for a follow-up story at the library, and well, there's nothing on this. It's an unsolved mystery about the potato sack being on top of his car. You can't make stuff up like this. It's insane. I've had this paper for years. And I finally read it a couple of years ago, and I thought, what? I go, that's a perfect vlog. Like I said, though, in the beginning of the video, it didn't get any views when I first put it out. And I thought, huh. But I did it again for the new subscribers and on the daily channel, because originally I did it on my main channel. But those were the days when a killer potato sack wrecked a Packard, collapsing a bridge, and seriously injuring a man. You can't make this stuff up. Again, the mystery remains. Nobody knows. But again, this week, another short video. I had some family stuff I had to deal with on one of my filming days, but I had to go deal with that, and it should all get solved here pretty soon. But my brother is not. My brother needs some prayers thrown his way. Let's just say that. Yeah. But I will leave you with pics from the 1955 Titusville Herald. That, well, you know me. I love vintage stuff, and I am going to frame that paper because it is falling apart. Every time I touch it, it's starting to rip. So I'm going to frame it because I think that is just a cool find, and I did a vlog on it. So I'll see you next Monday. Enjoy these vintage pics from the 1955 Titusville Herald. See you next Monday.